Hey, I'm Lindsey Thomas with QDMA. We got a question this week from Brian Herring of South Carolina, and Brian wanted to know, when is a buck mature enough to kill? Brian, that's a great question and a very important question for anyone practicing QDM. There's no one-size-fits-all answer for every deer hunter, and the answer can even change for an individual hunter across his or her lifetime. The goal with QDM is to promote better numbers of bucks of all ages in the population. When you achieve that, that's when you get to see all the behaviors that make hunting so exciting, whether that's more scrapes and rubs or bucks chasing does, bucks fighting with each other. Even rattling and grunt calls become more effective when that happens. And of course, as a bonus, you'll encounter more mature bucks while you're hunting. To get there, you start by protecting most or all of your yearling bucks. Those are 1.5-year-old deer wearing their first sets of antlers. If you've never killed a 2.5-year-old buck, that's where you start. You're not going to kill every 2.5-year-old out there, and a few of them are going to slip through to the older ages, and that's how you begin to build buck age structure. Me personally, my first buck was a yearling buck, and that's true of most of the QDMA staff members. Their first deer was a yearling buck as well. That's why QDMA believes all hunters should be afforded the opportunity to start at the beginning and work their way up. So that's why we say protect most or all of your yearling bucks. If you've got a young hunter or a new hunter in the group and a yearling buck would make them a happy hunter, they should be allowed the opportunity to take that deer. Taking one or two or a few yearling bucks each year is not going to wreck your QDM efforts as long as, again, most yearling bucks are surviving to their second year. Brian had a second question, and that was, is it worth passing young bucks if your neighbors are not doing that? We, of course, say, yes, it is. You should lead by example. Show them that you're going to be the one to take that step. And what we find is you're going to learn that most of your neighbors want to participate with you. You don't force it on them, and you don't force them to begin protecting older age classes of bucks that you protect if they are not at that level. It's really a simple step you're asking them to take, protecting most or all of the yearling bucks. A simple step that can have big improvements on everyone's hunting. Let me add one final note. It's hunting season. Please wear your safety harness anytime you're in a tree stand. From the time you leave the ground to the time in the stand and back down again, be clipped on at all times. Come home safe to your family and friends from every hunt this year. For more information on how to age bucks on the hoof and more about practicing QDM, be sure to visit us at QDMA.com and have a great season.